and then a circle around the downward point. Each side represented one of the sisters and their connections to the others, while the bottom circle was both sun and moon, life beginning and ending at the same place in the heavens. Devin clasped his hands behind his back, bowed his head, and waited. The moon rose higher. Not a cloud marred the beautiful field of stars. In their light, at the base of the lonely mountain range that was Alma's crown, in a circle of trees at the edge of the Dunworth forest, the two waited for Millie's soul to ascend. Devin immediately felt the presence of the reaping hour upon its arrival. The world tensed, the animals hushed, the nightfowl grew quiet and alert. Devin held his breath, his jaw clenched tightly as he stared at the symbol he'd drawn upon Millie's forehead. His hand drifted to the pendant hidden underneath his shirt, a silver moon inscribed into the downward point of a triangle, the symbol of Anwen, goddess of the dusk, the caretaker of souls, and the gentle hands waiting at the end of all things, the symbol of the Soulkeepers. By Alma, we are born, Devin whispered into the silence. By Lyra, we are guided. By Anwen, we are returned. Beloved sisters, take her home. A soft blue light swelled from Millie's forehead, shining as a translucent pillar reaching all the way to the stars themselves. The triangular symbol brightened, and a little orb of swirling light rose from her forehead and ascended the blue pillar. Devin's every muscle relaxed. The soul had separated cleanly from the body. The risk was over. Though the mind-keepers of the keeping church debated a soul's true makeup, Devin had never wondered. In that brilliant white light he saw memories, emotions, flickering faces of loved ones. What else could the soul be but all the person had once been? The orb rose upward, slowly at first, then faster and faster as the blue pillar of light lifted it heavenward. By the time it vanished from view, the beam had faded and the reaping hour had passed. Owls resumed hooting, and in the distance, Devin heard a chorus of wolves crying to the moon. Thank Anwen for that, Jonathan said, scratching at his beard. I wasn't sure I could handle another burial. If the soul had remained within the body, Devin would have buried it beneath the ground to offer Millie another chance. Every quiet, unwatched night, to break free of her mortal prison and ascend to the heavens. Now that the soul had parted, the body was an empty shell, cast off no differently than a snake shedding its skin. Devin removed the cap to the oilskin hanging from his belt and began splashing it across the pyre's thin, dry wood. He put the skin away once it was emptied and pulled 2 flint stones from a pouch belted to the small of his back. 3 quick strikes, and the sparks lit the oil. Triangular stones created the pyre's outline, with thick braced logs propping up the body atop a bed of thick kindling. It had taken over an hour to build the pyre so that it would safely burn throughout the night. Come spring, life would sprout anew from the ash shaped in the symbol of the 3 sisters. A fine job, Soulkeeper, Jonathan said, patting him on the back. But I fear you'll have many more rituals to perform if you can't spare us from this plague. The rest wait in my home. Come, see the extent of our misery. Home was a wood cabin in the heart of quiet little Dunworth. Devin had visited many such villages across the western frontier, and he preferred their aura of kinship to the guarded hustle of the great cities. The air was quiet, the moon settling lazily above the white-capped mountains. A thin layer of snow crunched underneath Devin's feet as they walked the main road. He pulled his coat tighter about him and crossed his arms. His position as a Soulkeeper had sent him all throughout West Ormond. But this was a place of firsts. Dunworth, tucked deep into the mountains of Alma's crown, was the westernmost village in the nation, as well as the highest in elevation. It certainly felt it. The air moved thin in his throat, his lungs never quite full. As for the cold,